Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going to the forensics lab? Forensics lab, okay. I guess we're seeing Sith first. Sith? 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 The Sith Lord? The Sith Mistress? I looked at the rest of this investigation. It is a very long investigation, day 2. That must be it. If it's not, well, we're doomed. Oh wow, this is creepy. Same day, unspecified time, the forensics medical lab. This appears to be Dr. Sith's lab. There's a cloying, harsh scent of medical substance, and an intense strangeness about it that makes the eyes sting. She appears to be out of the office. Since we're already here, we might as well take the opportunity to look around. Sato-san. Wow, you're really brave. Let's be careful about our looking so we don't end up cursed by some evil spirit. There's no music, and that's what really makes it kind of creepy. There's a bed, and some blades, and some other tools. They're nothing special on their own, but why do they look so sinister when they appear together like this? Perhaps it's best not to think about it. In any case, there's a large desk here next to them, but I don't understand how anyone would be able to work surrounded by the stink of these medical substances. I think that's a display case, not a closet, but we could make it a closet. She must have nerves like steel. Either that or her nose is just shockingly weak. This place is really giving me the creeps, though. There's something pale floating in this big glass jar. I'm sure it's fruit liquor or pickled plums, or something along those lines. Oh, Naruhodō. You sweet summer child. Come to think of it, my father has something like that in his lab too. It's likely a sample of an organ with an unusual medical condition, preserved in with pharmaceuticals. You know, Susato-san, there are some things that people are better off not knowing. Eh? Let's just say it's something peaceful, like fruit liquor or pickled plums. Very well. Oh no! Okay, this one. There are a whole bunch of bottles of medicines lined up on the shelves. The labels on these bottles say poison on them. There are even ones that look like salt and pepper shakers at a glance. Their labels say salt and pepper, don't they? I guess she must live here sometimes as well. It's strange to see life and death side by side like this. I picked up a book. Hi, Ikari. I picked up a book. I meant to hit the desk. Wait, here we go. Wait, is this it? Ah, okay. Oops. This looks like a pretty thick ledger. It seems to be a bank ledger. It's the remittance record for the scientific investigation unit. What's wrong? Various surgical tools and pharmaceuticals are purchased each month, but praises you all the time. Bless you for your translations. Oh, ohayo gozaimasu, Risa-san. I just lost my place again. Okay, there's something here that just doesn't add up. Doesn't add up? They're purchasing 500 lancets a month. 500? But that's... Couldn't it mean they're just working that hard, doing that many autopsies? The number of cases requiring legally ordered autopsies is limited. Additionally, you should be able to use a lancet many times if you simply change the blade. Now that you mention it, it is kind of strange. 500 lancets a month. What could they possibly be using them for? Oh no, I can't examine anything else. I meant to examine the desk. There's a lot of dialogue here, but I guess I'm not gonna get it. My bad. Okay. What do you think you're doing? Ah! God, I love her design. What is this track? I'm sorry. There's something we wanted to ask you, but you weren't in your office, so... So you Orientals ransack people's offices while the owners are away. So, what brings you here today? Actually, it was something we heard from Lord Vortex. He said that you were the one who examined the victim's body. He also said that if we wanted to find out the results of the examination, that we should visit you. So, here we are. I understand. Just promise me that once you've received the information you need, you'll get out. The piece of dialogue that was missing there. It's like, there's 2 lines on the script, but she said 3 lines. The coroner's final report. Now then, I shall proceed with the final report issued by the Scientific Investigation Unit. Wow. Okay. God, I'm sorry. I love her design a lot. The victim, Conrad Kingsley, who vanished from the stage in the blast. And the Conrad Kingsley who reappeared a moment later on the Crystal Tower. Were both unmistakably the same person. That's our final opinion. But that's crazy. If this was indeed an illusion, then it's possible to guess that the secret behind it was. What the secret behind it was. I believe all they have to do is find someone who closely resembled the victim. And have them switch places, correct? Yes, however, that's not what happened in this case. The one who vanished and the one who reappeared were both the same person. We know that based on the fingerprints left on the stage. Fingerprints? The great British court system doesn't accept them as legitimate evidence yet. However, someday fingerprints will likely become an obvious part of investigative methods. That too, I'd like to know how she does her hair too. But then, in that case, that would mean that the teleportation actually occurred. Just, what are we to think about that? Our job is to investigate, not draw conclusions. Teleportation is impossible, and yet, the body truly did teleport. Not only does that not help me solve this mystery, it only makes me more confused. Hello! What are these, Mama? Oh, whoa, when the heck? Wait, she just called her Mama. These folks are a type of people known as defense attorneys. Nice to meet you. I'm Attorney Naruhodō Ryūnosuke. Hey, Mama. Yes? Can I cut them? What the? Huh? I've never cut open an Oriental before. I'd like to give it a try. No, you may not. Look, they're not dead yet. Wow! Boo, that's no fun. Holy crap! Dang! That's an introduction! I can't help but feel like I might have just had an extremely narrow escape from a terrible death. Naruhodō-sama, your face is pale as death. We better make a run for it before she mistakes me for a dead body and slices me open. Run! Run! Just run! It's the same day, unspecified time, the World's Fair experiment exhibition grounds. Crystal Tower. That is such a mouthful. Why are there so many long words in this case? Oh no, dog! I didn't realize there were this many people in the whole wide world. You're telling me. Looks like the London's World's Fair is packed out again today. Oh, I was afraid if I tried to examine anything, the dialogue might be different. Yeah, I meant to check the desk, but I guess the book was also on the desk, so I ended up actually examining the book. This is Sato. It felt like it took us 2 hours to get here in that jostling crowd. Did it really? I was partially unconscious for most of it, so I didn't even notice. Oh, I'm jealous of the baffling way your body works. I had a feeling you two would turn up here soon. Detective Gregson. Looks like you've got your hands full again today. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well. You don't have to bow to me. We just saw each other at the trial, remember? Not you. I was talking to the young lady there. Oh my. Thank you very much for your consideration. I guess in spite of the way he looks, he's actually an English gentleman on the inside. We'd like to have another look around the crime scene today. Sure. I've been leaving the investigating to this youngster. Oi, Gina! She's got a dog! No! It's so cute! I think it's Toby, right? She's playing with a dog. At least she doesn't seem to be up to no good. Did Gina-sama become a detective? Yep, she sure did. She's a better, more obedient girl than she lets on. Maybe she'll be willing to carry on my detective spirit. Oh, wait, why would you say that? Let's just say, I found a good successor, and leave it at that. Oh, Gregson! What do you mean, a successor? It's been decided recently that I'll be transferring. I'm going to say goodbye to London, in other words. Oh. Oh my, really? That's so, sudden. Can you guys hear a dog barking behind me? So, which city will you be headed to? I'll drop in and say hi if I'm ever in the area. Oh, sure you ought to come visit sometime. France, I mean. France? Okay, hold on a second. I know it's which dog it is. Be right back. One of my dogs gets kind of lonely, so I decided to take him out here. but he should be okay now. A little place known as the Parisian Police. It's the perfect city for me. Forget the city. That's a whole different country. How on earth did you end up there? That's just what happens in the adult world sometimes. Don't go sticking your nose into it. I plan to take that girl with me when I go. Huh? Why are you taking Gina-san? I don't know what would happen if I left her here in London. Is he worried about Gina-san getting up to her old tricks again? It's not that, Naruhodō-sama. He means the Grim Reaper. Oh, I see. Sounds like Detective Gregson is worried about that too. It's still a secret from her, so don't you two go blabbing about it. Alright, we won't. I've got to protect that pickpocket girl until all this is over. What is... I'm really worried. Hey, you just called me a pickpocket girl, didn't you? Oh, you heard that, did you? In any case, if it's about the crime scene, you can ask her. Well, you heard him. Go ahead. Leave it to Inspector Lestrade. I better not mention France to her, like I promised. Gina makes me so happy. So, what's with that dog around your feet? Oh! Oh, his name's Toby. Pretty cute, huh? Oh no, help! Help, I love dogs! Aw, Toby-sama, how precious. I agree. The dog is adorable, but I can't help wondering about totally not cute Detective Gregson. This dog! Ah! How dare you, game? That thing just flipped the crime scene investigation? Shrugs? Gina-san. We'd like to have another look around the crime scene, if that's alright. Sure, go nuts. Really? I love dogs, okay? I'm playing with this little guy right now. Toby-kun, huh? Oh! Why? Is the wreckage of the device at the top of those stairs? I haven't seen it yet, so if you don't mind... Oh, you can't do that. Huh? I said this yesterday too, but even I'm not allowed to go near that big rubbish heap. 'Cause of... what's it again? The special provision for the protection of science and technology? Did no one tell you that it's cancelled? Yeah, it's protected by that. So that lot are the only ones allowed to investigate it. What are they called again? The Scientific Investigation Unit? Yeah, that! But according to what we were told— oh no, I'm gonna have background noise. I'm really sorry! People just came home. Please wait warmly. I don't think anyone else is gonna go through the back way. Okay, according to what we were told, they were going to lift those special provisions. Okay. To be honest, I don't really get it either. Apparently there's someone in charge. You just need their permission. Who was it again? It doesn't start with Sai, but perhaps you mean Lord Vortex. Yeah, that guy. The old bloke who likes watches. Actually, we just spoke with Lord Vortex. Whoa, you guys are amazing. You actually got a meeting with that guy? The boss got summoned by him a while back and went to meet him. And was kept waiting 3 days in his office. He came back crying. Talk about a horror story. That is a horrible story. Anyway, we were able to get permission to investigate under the condition that we only looked. Really? It's true. Well, alright, but if you're lying... Apparently, boss will be punished so bad he'll never be able to eat that fried crap of his again. Oh no! You sure you're okay with that? I think so. Seriously, sounds like a horror story. Oh, here we go again. Dear God, if there is one, please don't give me any more distractions tonight. Just let me get through this. I'm definitely gonna go a little over today because I keep getting interrupted, so. In any case, you can get to the stage using that staircase. Thank you so much, Gina-sama. I like that hashtag, thank you. Here we go again. Never mind. I cannot stream in peace yet. You know, usually this is when I don't get any kind of interruptions at night. I figure I'd be safe, but no, I'm not. I have to wait. God. Let me stream in peace indeed. Don't worry guys, I will definitely add a half hour to this because this is unfair. What am I looking at here? Toby and... Is that... Today's... I think that translates to today's trial, right? Yes, Toby and today's trial. Okay, cool. I'm afraid to start again. Hey, thanks for hosting my stream. Also, I'm really afraid to start this again in case the door opens. Why? Am I safe? Today's trial? Anyway, that was pretty fun. I never tried anything like that before. A trial where I didn't have to be all nervous over what I'd do if someone figured out I was lying, I mean. Good point. Everyone you've been in so far, you've been hiding deep, dark secrets. That's right. And Naruhodō always toys with me. Would you please not make it sound like I was doing it just to be mean? You didn't miss much, okay? Because, like, I literally was getting interrupted every 10 minutes. But it's kind of fun to see someone you don't know get wow, I can't read today. But it's kind of fun to see someone you don't know get his. There's something satisfying about seeing a suspicious doctor's suspicious experiment exposed as fraud. That's Naruhodō-sama's client you're talking about. Yeah, I've been doing a little reflecting on that myself. Gina. But apparently, things have been rough on the boss lately. He keeps getting weird responsibilities pushed off on him. Weird responsibilities? You better arrest that bloke by tomorrow. I think is what they said. You know, the bloke who made that dodgy machine. You mean Enoch Drebber? Yeah, him! I thought so. So the police are chasing the black monocle engineer. I kind of feel sorry for the boss. He said his stomach was upset. But perhaps that's because he's been eating too much fried food. I mean, she's not wrong. The engineer's whereabouts. So Scotland Yard is trying to track down Enoch Drebber too, huh? And they're all in a tizzy over him. I snuck a peek at a picture of him earlier and... Oh, I don't have a picture of him, see? That guy in the black had it. Guy in the black? You know, the elegant Grim Reaper who was chugging the red drink during the trial again today. Lord Baroque von Zeeks. I've been picked on him before, but he's pretty elegant, don't you think? I wouldn't mind a guy like that being my boss. So you'd rather be the Grim Reaper's underling than a detective subordinate? But in my opinion, a boss who munches away on fried stuff and a boss who chugs from his lord's chalice aren't really all that different. I guess that's true. I didn't think of it that way. Sounds like she agrees. Anyway, all the police are really chomping at the bit to find him. But they can't do anything without some sort of clue. A clue about Enoch Drebber's whereabouts, huh? Toby! Toby! Where did you get that dog you were playing with before, anyway? Oh no, she's picking up no. Hey now, Naruhodō, that was rude, impolite, and just plain mean. I think you've gone a bit too far there. I'll have you know Toby... Pick him, yes! Is basically a detective too. Got it? Oh, puppies! Uh-huh. Is Assistant Inspector Toby to you? I was the one who appointed him, see? I'm slowly turning into a puddle of cute. Though his rank is higher than Detective Gregson's, huh? So does that mean he's a police dog? Police dog? I heard that they're already considered a legitimate part of the police force by city police in Germany. They track criminals and such. Their noses are very competent after all. My nose isn't bad either, you know. I mean, I can tell which pair of underwear is clean and which isn't for just one whiff. Did I really read that? I can tell which pair of underwear is clean and which isn't with just one whiff. Oh my god, Naruhodō, why? I can't believe I read that. Oh, Naruhodō, it's way more impressive than that. It is? According to what the boss told me, Toby here... Well, for example, if he learns the scent of your underwear, he can track you halfway across the globe by following that scent. What? Halfway across the globe? Wait, you can't mean... he'd come swimming after me? What is this conversation? Naruhodō-sama, you've picked completely the wrong part to be impressed by. Sorry. It's pretty hard to believe that a little dog like this has such an amazing power. I think we're on the brink of an era where the police will be using little guys like this all the time. Yes, I agree. Right? And someday, humans will be the ones taking orders from dogs on investigations. I'm deeply sorry, but I don't believe it'll go quite that far. So, anyway, Toby here is this country's first police dog. Oh, I found him abandoned a while ago in the East End. So she did find him somewhere. Tina-sama really has a soft spot for children and animals. We're examining something? This blackish stain. It's likely oil from the factory. Come to think of it, remember what Dr. Dirtpour said? He said this was super high quality imported oil that you couldn't get in England. It's true, but the part I'm even more curious about is the fact that he said it smells even better than perfume. If I may? It doesn't smell like anything. Yeah, well, it's just a tiny little stain. Wait, are we presenting that stain to the dog and he'll take us? Sorry, there's no address in it. There's an oil stain on the back. That's the new information. Is that what we're doing? About this, Gina-san. Like I said already, I'm still learning how to read. I still can only read the letters from A to E, so keep that in mind. The important part is what's on the back. The back? What's this? Just a gross stain. Apparently this was made by some very high-quality French oil, and it has a very unique scent. Oh really? Let's see here. Hey, it doesn't smell like anything! No, we don't want you to smell it. Oh, right. Let's go, Toby. More cute incoming! You said he could chase me over the ocean, following the scent of my underwear, right? If that's the case, then perhaps Toby-sama can find Drebber's factory following the scent of this oil. Oh! Can't. This is too much! Looks like he picked up on something. So we just haven't followed the scent of this oil. We might be able to figure out where that dodgy bastard's factory is. Yes, exactly. Alright then, I'll be borrowing this for a little bit. Where did you... That's a pickpocket for you. If we're able to find that factory right away with this, maybe we can get promoted to being the boss's boss. That's too soon. Yes, I'm sure you could. Poor Detective Gregson. What if it's a Fudoshi? Well, see you, Naruhodō. I'll leave things here to you. Huh? Look, we've got to go chase down that dodgy bastard, right? But someone also needs to stand lookout here. Maybe so, but we've got to investigate. Oh yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. The one who'll be so furious he'll drop dead is the boss. Poor Detective Gregson. Poor Gregson indeed. Well, Toby, make sure you remember that oil smell real good, okay? See you! Jane. I sure hope she manages to find that fraud's factory. In any case, let's just pray that that dog doesn't get taken across the ocean to France. Okay, let's make sure I don't examine the brick wall and actually hit the stairs this time. Yeah, that's it. That's the stairs. These stairs lead to the special stage. Let's go have another look around up there. Done it! Hashtag save Toby. Same day, unspecified time. The World's Fair Experiment Exhibition Ground, the stage. So this is the hyper-electric instant teleporter. Or a big magic show prop that pretended to be anyway. Well, yeah, I guess. It's kind of a wreck now, though. What a terrible thing Dirtpour-sama did, trying to cheat the government out of those research assistant funds. No, the doctor himself was tricked. He had no idea. But things in the Great British Empire certainly happen on a whole different scale. Well, I guess so. You couldn't see grand magic like this in Japan, could you? Oh, look over there. Suddenly broke! It's Lord Baroque von Zeeks. Well, shall we be heading home now, Susato-san? Huh? That's the Grim Reaper, you know. It's probably safer to stay away from him. But we just got permission from the boss. From his boss. Ugh. We can finally investigate the giant of ice. Or, well, we can look at it anyway. His boss? Oh, you mean Lord Vortex? Yes. So I believe we should be able to stare at it all we like. Sato-san, you're so strong. Hi, Baroque. I guess we're talking to you. Hi. Please be nice. Oh, he's always so hard to approach. Good luck, Naruhodō-sama. Our homeland and Susato are here supporting you. Oh my god, Van Zeek's on a Ferris wheel! Prosecutor Van Zeeks? Ah! What is it? Nice weather we're having today, isn't it? I was trying my hardest to make myself unapproachable, but apparently the Japanese are unable to comprehend that. Oh, Zeeks, don't be like that. Oh, I understood fine, believe me. So, what are you doing here? I believe this area is off limits. Well, we obtained permission from Chief Magistrate Heart Vortex to investigate here. Under the condition that we only look. And yet you called out to me, in spite of that condition. Well, never mind. What was it that you wanted? Come to think of it, there are a few things I'd like to ask Prosecutor Van Zeeks. Including that case. That doesn't exactly have anything to do with this one. Let's just start by tossing out a question. The king of Team Plasma! Lantern, what's the other one? Oh, that's Enoch Drebber. Okay. So the first one is your brother Klimt. Klimt Van Zeeks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep butchering his brother's name because that's really hard for me to figure out how to say. I heard he was your older brother. You can't let your guard down for an instant in front of the Japanese, apparently. To think that you would someday begin investigating me. No. It's not like that at all. Well, maybe it could be considered like that, but my brother was also a prosecutor, and I was very proud of him. However, a certain serial killer stole my beloved brother from me in the blink of an eye. I have a question. Is the badge he's wearing, did that used to belong to his brother and now he's wearing it? Because he's holding on to it when we're talking about it. You mean the professor? What's so funny? So, that's all you know about it. Huh? You mean there's more? That half-ass approach must be a personal idiosyncrasy of yours? Okay, idiosyncrasy of yours. Couldn't we have made that into another sweeping generalization about the Japanese? But what interest do you have in that case? Actually, there is another strange incident in progress right now. Perhaps you're familiar with Madame Rossard's? Of course. It seems that as of next month, there will be a wax figure of me to glare at the guests at that museum. Oh. I guess that's the Grim Reaper of Old Bailey for you. A certain figure was stolen from that museum, and the culprit is currently trying to extort ransom money from the owner. certain figure. You can't mean... Yes, the figure that was stolen was the professor. Apparently Holmes-san is investigating the matter right now. I wasn't aware. Prosecutor Van Zieks. His expression seems to have changed a little. Enoch Drebber. So, are the police trying to track down Enoch Drebber right now? It goes without saying. Personally, we'd like to see him found too. The only clue we have is the physical description that was given in court today. According to what Dirtpour-sama told us, he's tall and skinny with long, straight white hair and a black monocle. So if possible, well, I won't try to force you or anything, but, we'd like it if you could share some clues with us. Way to go, Susato! That's Susato-san for you. She just went right for it. I can see that, Hikari. Well, I suppose it can't hurt. I have a photo of him here. It's from the materials for the investigation, but it's about 10 years old. Well, thanks for cooperating, bro. Goodness. Apparently it was from around this time that he started wearing his black monocle. What is it? Nothing. I was just surprised that you showed it to us. We'll need to hear his testimony in tomorrow's trial at all costs. In which case, we need all hands on deck searching for him. That seems fairly obvious to me. I wonder why. Sometimes I feel like I actually have no idea what sort of person this prosecutor is. Me neither. Me neither. Photo Drebber. A photo showing the mechanical engineer Enoch Drebber. It's difficult to see here, but apparently he's wearing a black monocle. Oh! He's here! Okay. Ah, are those all the materials for tomorrow's trial that I asked you for? Well done. Susato-san? Naruhodō-sama? Who is that man? Apparently he's Lord Van Zieks' apprentice. Seems like Sato-san senses it too. Lord Van Zieks, would you mind if we had just a few words with that man? What business do you have with my apprentice? Kazuma-sama! Kazu-ma. No way! That form, that demeanor. It's you, isn't it, Kazuma-sama? The uneasiness I felt the first time I met him. Almost like I know this man. Could it really be you? Please, wait! He's gone. What's the meaning of this? seconds. Hold on. Oh, what? Oh. Oh my god. That was so hard. I saw the lines coming and I just was like, I was trying so hard not to interrupt that scene. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. This game! I can't take it! Oh. Your apprentice! Why are you so interested in him? It almost looks as though you know something about him. Well... When did he start working under you? As I recall, he wasn't around 6 months ago. It was 3 months ago. Lord Vortex brought him to me. He ordered me to train him as a prosecutor. But I guess he didn't tell you why, did he? I was told that he had lost all his memories pertaining to himself. His memories? Tomorrow, he'll be joining me behind the bench for the trial. Huh? As my assistant... Those were Lord Vortex's orders. He'll be... in court? This appears to be all we have to discuss. Thank you very much for speaking with us. I'm shaking over here. It's really hard for me to keep reading right now. He reacted just now. I'm sure of it. Susato-san's call definitely reached him. Her call of Kazuma-sama. I know I can't stop! I can't! We're not done here. If once we move out of this area, I'll feel better, but we can't move yet. I can't move yet. I have to present stuff. Oh my god. Oh. Regarding the incident in this article, it's lucky you weren't hurt. I had a competent apprentice with me as well. The unlucky ones were those who found themselves at the other end of our blades. Right. In any case, I never imagined there would be a photo of it. If I found the reporter lurking there, I wouldn't have let him off easy. Perhaps the most unfortunate person involved in this assault case was the reporter who wrote this article. Why are we still examining stuff? Can we leave? I don't want to stay here right now. No, this is really awkward as we just have this scene too. What the heck? Oh, how marvelous. A collection of buildings from all around the world. I feel like this examine stuff should have happened before we talked to Baroque, actually, because now this is awkward. Yeah, I feel like I just took a trip around the world for a super bargain price. Present the chicken. I don't even have a chicken here. Personally, I'm really curious about those onion-shaped roofs. You're right. And they are very unique, aren't they? Japanese homes are made of wood and are very well ventilated. English mansions are made of stone and brick and are built very sturdily so that they can last a long time. I feel like learning about other cultures helps you understand your own country's culture more deeply. Yes, I completely agree. Who came all this way and decided to bring onions with them, of all things? Well, maybe it's just because I don't like onions. I never expected you to express such anger towards onions. I learned something new today. Naruhodō doesn't like onions. Good to know. Honestly, I think the onions came because of that stupid masked disciple. It certainly looks like it was a terrible explosion. The metal frame is all bent out of shape from the blast. And right here is where the cage had been sitting. Look at this, Naruhodō-sama. The wire mesh flooring. It looks like it can open up. The floor opens. That floor had opened right when the explosion occurred. Then I believe the cage would have been able to be hid under there. So does this mean it really was just a big magic prop? It seems that recently in London, it started being considered romantic for a man and woman to ride a Ferris wheel together. Maybe it's because I'm Japanese that it inspires fear in me rather than romance. You don't care much for heights, do you, Naruhodō-sama? No, it's not that I don't like them. I'm just saying that it's safer to stay on the ground. I think I'll take a ride later with Iris-sama and Home-sama. Hearing you say that kind of makes me want to try it too. A man's heart is a complicated thing, isn't it? I don't think this was here yesterday. Oh, really? But as far as I can tell, it appears to be the cage that the victim was teleported in. Yeah, and just like we heard in court, it's made of wood. It appears to be cypress. The fact that it's in such good condition in spite of being involved in an explosion and falling such a long distance must mean that it's very sturdy. The scientific investigation unit was supposed to have taken it with them yesterday, but they must have finished their investigation because here it is, back again. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. I didn't expect there to be. In any case, in spite of being told we're only allowed to look, I don't even need to look to be able to tell that it's an important piece of evidence. I better make a note of it. Device cage. The wooden cage used in an experiment. It plunged into the crystal tower with the victim inside. Oh no, here we go again! Okay, breathe. You already met that man before, hadn't you? Yeah, yesterday. In Prosecutor Van Zeek's office. So that's when it was... If Kazuma-sama really is still alive, then that would mean that Home-sama lied to us. True. We better hear what he has to say for himself. Now then, I believe it's about time for you to be leaving. The scientific investigation unit is due for their investigation. Your presence here will only cause irritating problems. Irritating problems? Tomorrow, the next day, it's still the same trial, it's still the same case, he's just gonna show up tomorrow. Diplomatic issues. We can't bear that load on our own, can we? I understand. Let's go, Susato-san. All right. Oh god, we're out of there. I just cannot stay there up there anymore. Well, we managed to conduct a basic investigation at least. Now if we can just figure out where Enoch Drebber is. I have high hopes for Gina-sama and Tobi-sama. Additionally, Naruhodō-sama, if you wouldn't mind, why not hear what Home-sama has to say as well? I haven't seen him in so long. I'd like to say hello. Home-san, huh? You're right. Maybe he knows something that'll help. I think he should be at Madame Rousseau's, working as a wax figure right about now. Yes, I heard about that from Iris-sama. I feel really nauseous again. intentionally nauseous from this stuff that just happened. What a terrible thing to happen to the symbol of the London World's Fair. The cage managed to crash through the most prominent part, of all places. This must be a message to us from the gods. Humans were meant to walk on their own 2 feet, not mess around with messy business like teleportation. What, Naruhodō? But if the place that the cage had fallen on had been just a little different, I'm sure it would have been an even bigger tragedy. Oh, we're going to the wax figure place again. If you think about it that way, you can kind of see the silver lining in the situation. That was probably the consideration of the gods. Something like, next time we'll let it fall right through the middle, so you humans better keep getting around on your own 2 feet. You're an unexpectedly spiritual person, aren't you? Yeah, ever since praying to the gods helped me pass the entrance exams to get into Yume University. Oh! Hold on, sorry, I'm laughing because yeah, ever since praying to the gods helped me pass the entrance exams to get into Yume University. Bless! I can't. Rosats, let's go. Bless. Oh my god. This game. I can't take it anymore. The same day, unspecified time, Madame Rosats. I had expected nothing less from a Chamber of Horrors. It makes me want to turn back around, leave the museum and eat some sweets and go home. I guess she starts longing for sweets when something scares her. In any case, that wax figure. It looks just like the real Home-sama. That's... Is something wrong? No, it's just that I'm pretty sure that's a temporary wax figure. Oh, it's you, the man's friend. Yes, Attorney Naruhodō. In any case, I'm truly impressed. I expect nothing less from the famous detective. My poor kidnapped little dear was just returned. So then... Yes, the case was solved. I guess that's the power Hunger has on Home-san. Therefore, as you can see, he's returned to his usual duties. Right. Usual duties? Now then, do try not to disturb the wax figure. Susato-san looks a little puzzled. Back to the spooky music. There's so much spooky music in this game. There's a heavy curtain hanging in the middle of the Chamber of Horrors. I wonder what's behind it. Probably something scary. The placard says, Special Exhibit Room. It seems that you need to pay a separate fee to see inside. Do you have to pay even more money to be even more scared? Getting mad at me won't help anything. That was almost exactly the same dialogue that we had with Iris. The old man from the other day isn't here anymore. Never expected to see him make an appearance as a juror. I heard there are 6 million citizens in London, but it sounds as though the world is smaller than I thought. Oh, what's a stepladder doing in a place like this? Yeah, strange place for a stepladder. You better let Rosat-sama know she left her stepladder out. So, the Japanese are team stepladder and the British are team ladder? Is that my impression here? Because Iris is a ladder person? Is something wrong? What the heck? Why do I feel this weird sense of disappointment? Oh my goodness. Jack the Ripper. I've seen everything I need to see here. Huh? This man's left his flank completely unguarded. He's no match for me. I'd give him a Susato toss, then a Susato drop, and finish him off with a Susato guard. Sure. Then, if he were still conscious by some miracle, I'd lay a finishing blow with a Susato crush. Susato crush? Oh, I beg your pardon. It's rather difficult to explain in words, so... If you wouldn't mind, please come at me while you're leaving your flank unguarded. Not in a million years. Please, no! Oh, what a frightening serial killer statue. Oh, actually the one holding the knife is... Oh, wait, am I putting this right? Did I pick the right dialogue or did I not? I can't read that much Japanese to make interpretations here. Oh, actually... Oh, no, this is right, okay. Actually, the one holding the knife is the serial killer in this one. I'm not sure there's anyone in the world who would misunderstand that. According to the description there, the bathtub behind her doesn't have any special significance. Really? I was certain that woman had committed crime after crime while selling bathtubs door to door, or something of that nature. That's certainly a unique interpretation. Hello, Holmes. Can we talk? We have a lot of things to talk about. Anyway, we came all this way to talk to Holmes-sama, but... I wonder where he could be. What the duck is Sherlock Holmes? Actually, he might be closer than you think. Eh? What does that mean? I'll say I am! That's me! Your friendly neighborhood Sherlock Holmes, the world-famous detective turned famous wax figure. Susato-san! Susato-san! She fainted! I'm so incredibly sorry. I thought I was going to travel straight to heaven via London. Oh. Allow me to treat you to a steaming, fragrant cup of famous deduction sometime to make it up to you. We're pretending it's like tea. So you're a temporary wax figure? It's just a disguise to avoid being recognized by the public. I've already basically finished solving the case. Basically? Are you talking about the wax figure kidnapping case? The very one! I had it squared away before breakfast time. Well, not that I ever got breakfast, or any food at all. Oh. Holmes-san's growling stomach echoed pitifully throughout the museum. Anyway, how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Oh wait, that's... Anyway, how did you manage to solve it so quickly? Can't read today. Oh, well, like I said, it's basically solved, but... I negotiated with the kidnapper. Are you familiar with an object called a telephone? Yes, it's a new piece of telecommunication technology that allows you to speak to someone far away via a receiver. There's only one small area of the Imperial City in our country that's hooked up to them. A telephone call came from the kidnapper this morning, and I negotiated with him. That's how I got him to give the wax figure back. That's amazing. Now, don't go spreading this around, but apparently the kidnapper intended to send the wax figure back here from the start. Eh? But he at least demanded ransom money, didn't he? Well, if you ask me, you probably thought it'd be even more suspicious if he didn't demand anything. So then, in that case, your negotiation was unnecessary all along. Is that right? If you could kindly keep that a secret from Madame Roussaud, I'd be very grateful. I've got a hungry little Iris waiting for me back home, after all. Yada yada. Anyway, what business do you have with this wax figure? A lot of things, actually. Let's start with Enoch Drebber. We're currently trying to track down a certain someone. Oh? His name is Enoch Drebber. He's a fraud who deceived Dirk Poor-sama and the engineer who built his device for him. A fraud and an engineer, huh? Sounds like quite the charmer. Not only that, but he seems to have skills in stage magic, meaning he's a bit of a magician too. We'd like to find him before tomorrow's trial begins, if possible. But we have so few clues to go on. What should we do? I'm not really sure what to tell you. If I at least knew what he looked like, then maybe I could help you out. He needs to know what Drebber looks like. Well, fortunately, I'm free today and running on an empty stomach. If you find any clues, don't be afraid to bring them right over. Well, thankfully we have a photo, but first, about Asogi. The cursed name right now. Home-san, you didn't lie to us, did you? What's this all about, Mr. Naruhodō? You've got a fearsome look in your eyes. 1 year ago, when we were on our way to the Great British Empire via a steamship, you clearly said the following. Now then, let us begin unraveling this mystery. Shall we find the truth behind this curious murder? You said it was murder. Then, you investigated Kazuma-sama's body. What are you getting at? We saw him today. We met Asogi Kazuma. Are you certain of that? He was wearing a mask and apparently lost his memories. There was no mistaking it. It was definitely Kazuma-sama. Me every time when I hear his name too! Except I have to, like, keep a straight face while reading! You should have noticed right away that Kazuma-sama wasn't dead. Holmes? Sorry, I was totally fooled by the atmosphere at the crime scene. I never dreamed he might have actually been alive. Would you believe me if I wait, whoops. Would you believe me if I told you that, Mr. Naruhodō? No. I can buy the possibility of the sailors there getting the wrong idea, but not you, Holmes-san. Let me tell you something useful, Mr. Naruhodō. Famous detectives are prone to lying. You do well to remember that. Holmes-san. The door to a major mystery will likely open right before your very eyes during tomorrow's trial. That's all I can say at the moment. Of course! Please look forward to it! Duck! No, wait. I'm presenting pictures. Where's the picture of Enoch? Here! You want a picture? Here's a picture! Would you mind having a look at this photo, Holmes-san? This is Enoch Drebber. He's the mechanical engineer we're searching for. Well, all those Brits look basically the same. I can't tell from a photo who... What's wrong? Oh, pardon me. This is quite fascinating. What the heck, Holmes?
What is it, Holmes-sama? You look a touch pale all of a sudden.
Oh, Mr. Naruhodō, I have a proposal. Yes? What is it? I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier, about the wax figure I took back. I was the one who took the figure back to its rightful place, which is behind that curtain behind you. Oh, you mean the professor? I can show it to you for 5 shillings. That's a special limited time price. Eh? Since you're here anyway, why not have a look at my fabulous arrangement?
But we're in the middle of an investigation. If you don't mind, perhaps another time?
Oops, sorry. 5 shillings. I really think you'll want to see this. Does this mean you're being serious right now? You should be able to tell whether I'm joking or serious by looking at my face. I'm asking because I can't tell, obviously.
Very well. Here's 5 shillings.
Alright then. Now, to the special exhibit room. Take a good look.
Since we've already paid, let's head into the special exhibit room.
Behind the curtain, huh? I need to take a break at some point pretty soon, but I want to see if I can finish this area, I guess? 5 shillings to get in, huh? I'm a little bitter over the fact that the money went into Holmes-san's pocket, though.
I kind of see what you mean. Why don't you just imagine that it was pickpocketed from you by Gina-sama?
A pickpocketing detective and an extortionist great detective. Extortionist. Extortionist! A pickpocketing detective and an extortionist great detective. They're pretty wild here in the Great British Empire. I mean, they've got the Grim Reaper prosecutor and a fried food-loving detective in addition to the other 2.
Surely we can overlook the fried food lover.
Same day, unspecified time, this special exhibit room. Oh! He's missing his head! Okay!
I can feel myself starting to tremble.
Susanoo-san, let's just turn back around. Go have some sweets and go home.
We mustn't. We already paid 5 shillings.
That's your reason? But now that I get a closer look, for him to calmly extract payment for something so obviously incomplete. I gotta say, our Mr. Sherlock Holmes has a stunning amount of nerve.
I suppose this is what he meant when he said that it was mostly solved.
Well, setting that aside, I wonder if there are any clues in this room that might lead us to that mechanical engineer. Well, we might as well do 5 shillings worth of looking around.
Right.
Where's Susanoo-san? Sounds like her voice is trembling. Let's look at the headless professor.
So, this must be the serial killer known as the Professor.
Yeah, looks that way. According to what Madame Rossard told us, I think she said he killed 5 high-profile people who were aristocrats, or related to the royal family.
Looking at him like this, he certainly seems real, doesn't he?
Yeah, I half expect him to start moving. If only he had his head. Let's have a closer look at this wax figure. That's not. This track. There was a very familiar melody in it just a second ago.
So, this must be the serial killer. Oh, wait. No, we're on the neck. As I recall, this man was on death row, right?
Yeah, apparently. And they called him the Professor.
Then, could he perhaps have had his head snipped off? By a guillotine? And he was nevertheless unable to rest in peace, and ended up transforming and climbing out of his grave like this?
Please, don't say such scary things. This metal fitting is for holding his head on. I'm pretty sure he had one at some point. A head, I mean.
So then, perhaps Holmes-sama carelessly forgot to attach it?
You have to be one heck of a careless, famous detective to forget something like that.
Or perhaps the kidnapper carelessly forgot to put it in the box with the rest of it.
You have to have been one heck of a careless kidnapper. Maybe there was a reason he couldn't return the head. Either way, we can't tell like this what the professor looked like, can we? There's something tucked inside the inner part of the prisoner's outer shirt. It's a shard of glass. A pretty big one at that.
It's rather thick too. It's about 5 times that of a regular window glass.
I wonder where thick glass like this could have come from.
We can probably assume this thickness was intended to increase durability.
Durability.
Let's see. For example, perhaps placed with a very large window pane or the like.
Was this at the World's Fair? Come to think of it, we saw a place like that just recently with the glass broken, didn't we?
Oh.
Yeah, the Crystal Tower at the World's Fairgrounds.
What's a shard of the glass from the Crystal Tower doing on this wax figure?
I'd like to know too. Glass shard. A peculiar and a very thick piece of glass found on the wax figure of the professor. It seems to have come from the Crystal Tower. Found out during the trial today that some stage magic was performed. Now we find this shard of glass. Could it be a coincidence?
This one here is also somewhat frightening. It almost looks like it could be alive.
Seems to be a young person. He's wearing a lab coat. And in his hand is a large shovel, I think? Maybe we ought to have a closer look at this wax figure. Well, fingerprints are currently still not accepted as evidence, so they could, but I don't think we could actually use it. Where's the shovel? Can I just... okay. Can I just hit the shovel handle? Is that fine? Yeah, I'll just... What?
This large shovel. There's something a touch frightening about it. Shovel near a grave. Just what was he doing with it?
Susato-san?
Yes?
That's a spade, isn't it?
No, it's a shovel.
No, a shovel is the small one used for gardening.
No, that's a spade.
No, it's not even pronounced shovel, it's shovel. Oh, what the...
Well, I don't think it particularly matters either way. It's important to look at the basic nature of things, in my opinion.
I got a little scolding. Setting that aside, pretty curious as to what he was doing at the gravesite at that time. Kids, please.
This is one of those handheld lanterns. I guess it's what we call a chochin in Japanese.
Oh, that was Naruhodō, my bad!
Whether it's a lantern or a chochin, walking around a cemetery at night with just this one small light is certainly not something I'd be brave enough to try.
Personally, I wouldn't be able to handle a scary place like this, even in broad daylight. What is this?
The bit attached here appears to be a lens, so a camera seems a likely possibility.
A camera? I've never even seen one this small before. It's like with Homesan's finger mark detector. English technology defies explanation.
Perhaps we should consider Homesama's inventions to be an exception rather than a rule. But regardless, I wonder why he brought a camera to a night visit to a cemetery.
Maybe he was hoping to capture a shot of a dead person rising again?
Perhaps we should borrow this camera, just for a little while.
Camera! A camera that was hanging around the neck of the wax figure in the special exhibit room of the Wax Figure Museum.
You can view photos that have been taken by checking the dry plate inside the camera.
Dry plate?
It's a plate that you coat with photosensitizer to allow the light entering through the lens to stick to it. There should be one inside if we just open the lid here. Shall we have a quick look?
Sada-san looks really excited about this. Maybe she likes these sort of gadgets. It's hard to make out his face. I'll just borrow this.
Are you sure it's okay to move him like that without asking?
I'll make sure to put it back exactly how it was when I'm done. Whoa!
But what on earth does this mean?
It's a black monocle.
Naruhodō-sama! This gentleman's face! It couldn't be!
Oh. Enoch Drebber.
His hair color is different, but it must be.
It's the same person. That's right. Homesan. So was I correct? Is he the one you're searching for? Yes, it sure looks that way. Just who is this guy? And what's the story with the headless prisoner? There was no head in the package the kidnapper sent. I thought so. Then that means this case hasn't been solved all the way. I said as much myself, didn't I? I said it was mostly solved. I'll have to find it before she notices, but keep this a secret from the madam. Got a hungry little iris at home waiting for me, after all. And a hungry detective. Ugh.
In any case, there's something about this room that's strange.
Strange?
Displays at the Chamber of Horrors are reproductions of events that actually occurred, right?
Yes, you're exactly right, Mr. Sato.
And accordingly, the other room was full of reproductions of terrifying crime scenes. But this, I find it very difficult to believe that such an event could really have occurred.
It appears that a little chat is in order. Regarding the professor's case from 10 years ago. I'm going to... We'll do this talk in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna stop for a little bit. And... I'm still